Hello, welcome everyone to another episode from Stats of the Day. I'm your host Karam, and today we are going to discuss the 6 matches that we had today ahead of Gameweek 37, which will be a double game week. Certain events have happened today, good ones, bad ones, we will see. Welcome everyone. They are still coming in, so I will start in a minute. But welcome everyone. Hope you are having a nice weekend. I hope you are Team Wilson, Team Isaac. Let me know in the comment section which team you are in. If you are Team Wilson, this is a great game week so far. We still have another game, so things could really turn around. I don't think so, but Isaac owners and captainers shouldn't lose hope. But we will show the stats for today and whether it's looking good for Isaac ahead of the second game or not. So welcome everyone. Triple Captain Wilson, come on. Nice one, you kept it this far. But yeah, I mean, he finished on a 12 today. He had to get that yellow card. Are you disappointed, guys, from the yellow card? Are you disappointed, guys, from not getting the hat trick? No, I mean, yeah, it's great. It's a great day. Come on, Team Trippier. Oh my God, not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, Newcastle defense, they can't keep clean sheet for life now. So yeah, hopefully Trippier gets you some points. He was close to get an own goal, but the shot was obviously on target, so the goal counted for Christiansen. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the matches from today. We have 6 matches, and I will go back to the comment section through the stream. So let's roll with it. So we will start with 3 home wins on this slide. Aston Villa win against Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs are still struggling. Their hopes for Europe, I think it's mathematically over for the Champions League at least. I haven't checked the table yet, but I remember they were a few points away from losing the 4th place. But yeah, Harry Kane with his inevitable goal. If you still have Kane, well done. You've got, I haven't actually checked whether he finished on 6 or 7 points, but Aston Villa looking so strong. I still have Watkins. He's on my bench. I had to sell him or Tony for Wilson. So yeah, hopefully I sold the right one. I figured the last 2 game weeks maybe Watkins is slightly better than Tony, and he looked good today. He is, for good reason, the best Villa player. He has been very active today. He has managed an XGI of 0.72. He managed to get an assist and a yellow card, finishing the game week on 4 points. So not too bad. I didn't bench a lot of points, but it's nice to see him getting on. It's still working to get points. These kind of teams at the end of the season, they are pretty much on the beach mode, so you never know what you're gonna get. Is he still interested to get goals and points as before? It's always tricky at this time of the season. So hopefully selling Tony was the right choice. We will see tomorrow and the next couple of game weeks for sure. But I'm keeping him for the last 2. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do, to be fair. Maybe I will sell him for another striker. Maybe I will keep him, but yeah, for now he's still in my team, second on the bench for Olesi, who's sitting on first on the bench. I never ever got something from him. He got an assist today, but I must admit that I lost to Eze. I have been saying for a long time, and guys, you are following the show for a long time, I've been always comparing Eze and Olesi, and I've been so right about them being better than Zaha, that's for sure. But I haven't got or nailed the right one. Olesi, he's got, in a game, he got 3 assists and then just vanished. And every time he got points, he was on my bench. So I have been extremely unlucky with him. But if you've got Eze as an enabler and you started him, you are flying. He's got today, I think, 15 or 16 points. Very, very nice indeed. His XGI total was 0.8, scoring 2 goals. Olesi, XGI of 0.44 with 1 assist. Now, probably it's too late to go and buy Crystal Palace assets, mainly because we have a double game week in 37, and I'm gonna focus a bit more on Manchester United and slightly Chelsea because they played today, and we kind of have an idea which options are going to be the best ahead of the next double game week. But if you still somehow you need an enabler, you have these two guys, and maybe Eze is far better now in terms of form. Bournemouth haven't done much at all, so I couldn't even get someone on the show today from Bournemouth. But they are safe. They play for nothing. So for FPL and future transfers, I'm not sure if anyone will be ever interested in Bournemouth players. So we will keep the focus on the teams that have something to play for. We will focus on the double game week teams as well. And that's why we do have Manchester United here. Their win today against Wolves, 2-0. Bruno Fernandes is again top for the team. Rashford didn't show up today because of injury. We will see if he's gonna be fit for the next game week. I don't have him, and I need to decide whether I bring him or not. Well, I'll definitely have to find a way to get him on in my team. Otherwise, I'll have to go with Bruno. But basically, Fernandes has been the best from Manchester United with a total XGI of 1.03, 5 chances created, 2 of them are big chances, and he's got the assist for Garnacho, second goal. A certain Lindelof here, so everybody is focusing on Shaw, and the great news for the owners today is that he played at left back, which is a better position for him. But as someone who owned Lindelof on a free hit a couple of weeks ago, and I see that he's created 3 chances today with an XGI of 0.38, it's kind of encouraging. He's 4.1, maybe 4.2, but not more than that. And he is offering a huge cut option if you are looking to fund someone like Bruno in the midfield and you need to downgrade Trippier or Botman. Finally, you can do that. Finally, you can sell Newcastle defense after carrying them for 55 game weeks without clean sheet. Finally, you can release those funds to get Lindelof potentially. Maybe over Shaw. I'm not gonna say that Lindelof is better than Shaw. I'm saying that he's almost 1.1 million cheaper than Shaw. And if you are desperate for the cash, then Lindelof is a great option. Nailed for starts, and he could get you the odd return. And one of the game weeks in the double game weeks is against Bournemouth, and the other one is Chelsea, which maybe you get a clean sheet in both. Who knows? If you look for an attack that is not named Rashford, then Anthony today was great. He had an assist, and he had an XGI of 0.98. And let's be honest, he could have scored a really nice goal, but the goalkeeper of Wolves, Bentley, have done a great job to save that shot. So Anthony could be a really huge differential, while everyone will be focusing on Shaw, Bruno, and Rashford, maybe Lindelof, maybe De Gea, which I will talk about. Maybe Anthony could be a huge differential, especially if you are second in your working or family league and you look for a really differential option to win it, because now it's the time to take risks. Now it's the time to take your chances on the players you would not hugely own, and it's only 2 game weeks left, so Anthony could be a really huge, massive differential option. And yeah, De Gea is another one I really started to pay attention to, because I do have Kepa, who has a double game week next game week, and he was benched today. However, Mendy was so bad today, and he conceded 2 goals from a really huge and he has a very negative XG prevented. We'll mention that in a minute when we go to the goalkeepers. But I thought maybe Keeper comes back next game week, but still his double game week is against United and City. So while it's not an urgent transfer, I think I'm gonna do that and go for De Gea as an option, especially that he has the upside of at least one clean sheet and a couple of save points, perhaps. The other option is, you know, and I'm gonna say that. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say Ederson. No. Who knows? Maybe Ortega plays tomorrow, because I'm not sure what's the deal now, because Ortega has to play 5 Premier League games in order to be eligible for a medal. Now, assuming Man City ends the season winning, Ortega has started only 3 games, 2 games so far. Against both of them are against West Ham. So, with 4 games left, he really needs to start 3 out of 4. So, would it be something for Pep that Ortega will play? Ortega, I think he's now at 3.8, 3.7, something like that. So watch tomorrow and see if Ederson or Ortega plays. I have my opinion on who's the better one as a goalkeeper. But anyways, here in FPL we talk about FPL options. Maybe Ortega would be something to consider. I know it's a City slot and you'd rather have De Bruyne or Grealish, for example. But Ortega, if he starts tomorrow and we get an indication that he will start the remaining game weeks, he could be a huge option. Otherwise, De Gea at 5 million, I think he is the safer, he is the nailed option. And if you look for a Kepa replacement, he's probably the only one I'll be looking at, simply because he has an extra game and really good games. I think in game week 38 they play Fulham, Chelsea and Bournemouth in 37. So I don't really see any other option. I'm not interested in any other option, to be honest. So these 2 are the only ones I'll be looking at personally, mainly because of the double game week. Okay, enough talking about these 3 games. Now let's move on to the next set of 3 games. So Southampton are officially relegated. Commiserations to the fans. It was due. They were closer and closer to the relegation. They lost to Fulham today, 2-0. Mitrovic is back, but Vinicius has been the best player again. Kind of been in a great form recently in the last few game weeks. His HGI was 0.89 with a goal, and Willian created 3 chances. Southampton haven't done much at all in terms of stats for today, and we won't be interested, of course, between now and the end of the season. And so we haven't looked into Southampton players. The last 2 games are draw. Leeds United and Newcastle. I missed Newcastle United. I don't know why I didn't write United here. Where is it? But anyways, more importantly, we do have Team Wilson and Team Isaac. What a huge difference in variance between the 2. If you have both of them, then very well done. It's really about who you captained. But if you have one of them, you must have been either in a very right side or a very wrong side, at least for today. Wilson has scored 2 goals from 2 assists, from 2 penalties, total HGI of 1.81, and has got 5 goal attempts. So not only he scored the 2 penalties, he had a great positioning to have goal attempts today. He has been really involved today, and he was taken off at the 73rd minute, which is very encouraging for the owners and captainers, that he might start the second game. Isaac hasn't had anything today. That's the worry. He has got an assist from winning the penalty, the first penalty, and he had 1 goal attempt with a very low HGI of 0.07. Apart from that, he was involved. He was close to winning the second penalty, but of course he didn't get to the ball before the handball, and that's why the assist went to Willock, I believe. And apart from that, he didn't have much involvement. Could be the positioning, could be his role for the game, but it's a sign of a worry. But in the end, you can't do much between now and the next game because deadline is passed, right? But it's something to keep in mind. So if you are in Wilson team, if you are a Wilson team, then you are sitting pretty nicely till the end of the game week, basically. Anything else from the second game would be a plus. Now you would like Wilson to beat Isaac in terms of total points. So let's see what's happening. What will happen in the next game? Trippier, for the first time in a really long time, has been that involved again. He dropped off massively of our tables when it comes to stats. He hasn't been up in there like in the first half of the season, and I've seen some comments right after the lineup that's Almiron playing on that side is an encouragement to Trippier, and it seems like it's relevant. Today he had 3 chances created, a total XGI of 0.41. He had a great chance at the end from the free kick. He didn't capitalize on it, and he had he caused a deflection for the second goal, which it didn't, of course, register as an own goal. So Trippier was a star in the game in a sense that he's been very involved in both ends, I would say. So as an owner, I think his ownership is still over 90%. So it's whatever he does. But are we going to sell Trippier afterwards? It looks like he is back to put in some numbers. And if you are consolidating or keeping the lead in your league, I'm not entirely sure that would be the best way to do it, mainly because you need to play defensive to keep your position up in the league. But if you are chasing, then it's a different story. Then you look at Man United defenders, Man City defense. For sure, either way, Botman or Bern are disposable easily. So yeah, Trippier is a question mark for the owners. You have a decision to make during the week. So yeah, let's see what happens in the second game. Maybe we get more answers. As for Leeds United, Bamford has been involved with a total XGI of 1.16. Unfortunately, he missed a penalty. And Luke Ayling reminds us of their first season when he was that involved. His total XGI of 0.67, and he scored a goal. Obviously, again, Leeds United don't have a double game week, and so I'm not entirely sure. Many will be looking for options to get from Leeds United. Even Ignonto, who has been a great enabler for a while, he's not nailing his minutes, and so probably we will not be looking there. And lastly, Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. We have been talking about Chilwell as the best attacker, and now Chilwell is out. And today was Sterling, the star from Chelsea, with a total XGI of 0.61. Scoring 2 goals today, and he is probably the only player I'm going to look at as a differential for double game week 37. Now again, they have so many options up front, and maybe after this brace today, maybe he keeps his place. But at the end, there is always that question mark on his place and his minutes. And Chelsea overall, they don't play for anything, not even European spots. So would they be that interested to we don't know yet. So I'm hesitant. You see, I'm even hesitant to describe the situation with the Chelsea players. So, if anyone, it will be Sterling. Just because I will be looking for a huge differential. But still, he's 9.7 million. He's quite expensive. So, are you going to pay that for a Chelsea attacker, while Bruno, Rashford, Grealish, De Bruyne have double game week next game week? So I appreciate it. Might be really, really hard and very, very rare thing to get Sterling, but I'm just putting this on the table because that's what the show is about, to bring you some key players who might not own every week with an upside potential. As for Nottingham Forest, it's really about Awani. 2 goals from an XGI of 0.65. He is probably one that could be of interest. Brennan Johnson as well, always been of interest from Forest. But again, the interest, I don't think it's growing there for the future. You have basically 2 free transfers. So what I'm trying to say here is, yes, they were great today, but maybe you will focus the transfer somewhere else. So that's it for the 6 games. Let's have a look at the table. So the best keeper for today was Bentley, and rightly so, for 8 saves against Manchester United, an XG prevented of 0.5 plus. So that's a great overperformance from him. Probably he keeps his place at 4 million. Good, could be something for next season if Jose Sa loses his place. If you look down the list, you will see Mendy, first game after his injury, 2 goals conceded, 0 saves, and total XG prevented is minus 1.6. A huge underperformance. Would Lampard rectify that and start Kepa next game week? Hopefully he says something during the week, or someone asks him about the change, the reason of the change. Otherwise, Kepa owners might look for using a transfer to get Kepa out of their teams. Let's have a look at the defenders. Right, so from the defense, I have Ayling, Lodi, Trippier and Moreno, with 4 chances created for Lodi, 3 for Trippier. But I have highlighted in blue the players who have a double game week next game week. Lindelof and Shaw. Lindelof with 3 chances created, Shaw with 2, and total XGI of Lindelof 0.38 and Shaw with 0.27. So I wouldn't say that Lindelof will repeat that every week. I'm here to justify that. Okay, that 1.1 could be something you can use if you are short from, say, Martinelli to Bruno, for example, or from one of the cheap midfielders to Rashford or Bruno. So yeah, that 1 million could go a long way now. Right, so let's have a look at the midfield. And obviously, I have also marked the double game week players. Bruno Fernandes, 9.4 million, 2 big chances created, 5 total chances, 7 goal attempts, 2 shots on target, and total XGI of 1.03. He's by far the best player from Man United today. Obviously, pending the news on Rashford, he could be someone that people will buy back. For sure. And Anthony, he is the second best midfielder today. As mentioned earlier, he will be a huge differential to get from Manchester United. 1 big chances created, 3 total, 6 goal attempts, and total XGI of 0.98. So almost a goal. Eze, 0.8 XGI, 3 goal attempts. Sterling, 5 goal attempts and total XGI of 0.61. Again, he is arguably the only Chelsea player I would be looking at from Chelsea. Olesi and Bailey as well were there in the table. And lastly, let's have a look at the forwards. And here I do have some good news for Wilson owners. Wilson team, top of the league with total HGI of 1.77, 5 goal attempts, 3 shots on target, and unfortunately way down in the list, Isaac with his only goal attempt and a total HGI of 0.07. So things need to turn around for Isaac or owners. He needs to perform next game week. But so far, Wilson owners are pretty happy today. And Bamford, Kane, Vinicius, Watkins are also among the top players from today. Mainly Bamford with 4 goal attempts and Martial with 3 goal attempts, 2 shots on target, an XGI of 0.56. I didn't mention Martial because of his limited minutes, but again, he will share the minutes with Weghorst. Question is, are you happy to go there and maybe get some differential option from Man United? But I do appreciate that maybe Rashford and Bruno and perhaps Anthony, who are more nailed in terms of minutes, will be the better option you choose. But Martial have done well today to at least look at him as potential option for the next double game week. But again, it will be a huge differential. He's like a Sterling. He could be something, but his spot is not available for every manager. So it's gonna be a tough one to get for sure. Okay, so that's it for this episode today. Let me have a look at the comment section, see what's going on here. What happens to Son? Well, Son, I've looked up Son from Spurs and he was nowhere to be seen. So not only this game, of course, the whole season he has been disappointing in terms of real life and FPL as well. So hopefully next season, hopefully he comes way cheaper than now because he haven't justified his price tag. But also next year will be the Son we know, and I'm sure at some point with a new manager, new permanent manager, things will look much better for him. Right, Wilson captain, Luke Shaw clean sheet, and bonus Bruno assist. Happy days, Kavish. Happy days. So you got the full mark from today's matches, I would say. Tony, Team Wilson. Colin, triple captain Wilson. Very nice. Hasib, Team Wilson. Very nice. Fab, Team Wilson. Where are Team Isaac? Are you here, guys? Are you here? Probably they are not here. Oh yeah, I see here. Ribilo, Isaac will score in the second game. Hopefully so. Okay, so guys, that's it for today. Good luck for the remaining game week, and I will see you next game week, next Saturday. Perhaps it will be the last episode because we're gonna talk about in preparation for game week 38. So after the last day, I'm not sure there will be an episode unless we arrange one as a summary for the whole season. So enjoy your weekend, guys. Good luck for the remaining games. Good luck, Team Wilson. Hopefully they make the gap bigger. That's me. And Team Isaac, good luck. Hopefully he rectifies the first match. Until then, I will see you all next game week. Cheers for now. Take care. Bye.